Hello and welcome to another video blog of So Far So Happy. I am Ginoski, and tonight I want to talk about Uranus, the planet Uranus, entering the sign of Taurus. And I know it's like late for it, but I actually wanted to feel the energy of it. So I felt it. It was quite intense. I was listening to many of the predictions for this time and how it was gonna impact the collective. This shift that only happens every 84 years. I listened to a lot of predictions about this time, and they pointed out crazy weather. And oh boy, it was crazy. Here in New York, it rained. It was cloudy every single day of this week. And there were these showers, and they were very powerful. This happened. The shift was actually on Wednesday, I believe, or Tuesday actually, and people came out outside and they started taking pictures of the sky because the clouds were like so big and like heavy, and they just seemed so close. They were like really close and heavy and dark. There were some pictures in Instagram. I don't know. So that weather and that storm in particular on that Tuesday when the shift was going on reminded me of another storm. Back in 2016, there was this other storm, and it reminded me of it a lot because I remember seeing these pictures of the Empire State being hit with thunders, and it just looked kind of like, oh, the Empire State being hit by thunders. And I love the whole, trying to make things. I mean, for some people, they're like, I'm trying to make things more than they are. But I'm like, no. I mean, I find meaning on storms and things like this. So this memory came back from 2016, and it made me realize how far I come. I mean, it wasn't too long ago, and that year was quite interesting. Here in the US, there was presidential election going on, and I got politically I got obsessed with politics, and I just wanted to I guess to start speaking about how I thought we could change the world. And I don't know, this was like there is like this rebel in me, obviously, my moon in Aquarius. So I was like so on it. I was like, I wanted to, in my Facebook, that's all I post about, like my candidate and why he should be the one to win. And it was pretty intense. It was pretty intense. And there was this day in which the Democratic primary they have to elect their candidate, and obviously I was all about Bernie Sanders, and there was this Hillary Clinton, and there was like the conflict, and oof, obviously we all know she got the nomination, and to me, I cried that night. I was like, and I remember seeing I remember seeing the pictures of the Empire State being hit with all the lighting, and I was like, yes, yes, because this is over. This is going down. It's going down from here, and now it's. It was a pretty intense moment for me. Whew. So eventually, I was like, wow, it even gets me like, it gets the whole election process kind of started to like bring in things and questions to myself that I was like, how, you know, I basically realized we are living in a lie, and this is a show, this is theater, this is not even real. This is just a mode of entertainment, you know. It doesn't do anything to change what needs to be changed. I don't know how the placements of the planets were that date. I have no idea, but for me, it marked this moment in which I won't say that it was the time I woke up, uh, but it was kind of like the moment in which the tower started to go down, and I was feeling very hopeless because there was many people that I looked up to, and they turned out to be farce, you know, and that wasn't fun to feel like there is no hope, that even the people that you admire, they weren't so authentic and truthful, you know, that they have an agenda that it's not ours. They have an agenda that doesn't really um fits with mine. It doesn't get, it's not that I have one, but it just doesn't, it's not in my benefit and the people that I love, you know. So it was kind of like, ah, damn, that hurt because I actually like this person. I liked, but why did I like that person, you know? Um, and then it's when this whole awakening or enlightenment, or it's not a nice process. I think it's actually a destructive process. It kind of breaks everything, and therefore you have like no other way but to believe in something else, that there is something else, that it's not just it's not just this physical cynic and narcissistic world. Yeah, I had to find a way of transcending this bitterness and this feeling of betrayal. So one thing led to another. Groundwater Trine, I talked about it in my first video. And I started to look into some spirituality teachings, you know, basic stuff, and it made me realize that we are so fragmented. All of us, inside of us, we are so fragmented. We have all these parts that we don't really own up to, like we don't own them, and that's why the world reflects back to us fragmentation and division, because we are fragmented. We shut down or ultrasize parts of us in order to fit sometimes into the norm. So I think that the only way to actually change the world that we're living in, because it doesn't feel nice. I mean, I feel very happy and grateful for being here, but I know that in in for other people, it's not feeling the same way as it's feeling for me. So I really want to express that there are that we're not alone, and that we can change ourselves, and by changing and becoming whole, because it's not even about changing. I think actually it's more about acknowledging and accepting parts of us that we don't know about, and just get to know them. It doesn't have to be bad. I mean, many of the things that I didn't know about myself are actually great, you know? So you shouldn't be like afraid of right now, right in this moment. We should not be afraid of doing whatever we think we have to do in order to feel happy and satisfied and in accord with our values, you know, because uh, that's where the changes are coming. Now we're starting to wake up and realize the power that we have, and it's the moment, it's the time to make those changes, because are they gonna liberate ourselves by making those changes, or we're just gonna like stay in the prison. Yes. And the changes will come anyway. You just, it's just better to be prepared, because if you don't change, then Uranus will come and it will change for you, and you're not gonna be ready for it. This is this is not gonna be fun. But if you actually take this energy and this time to leave that job, leave that relationship, um, do it. It's a good time to do it. And start investing your time on the things that you like and that you love and that make you feel good and happy, and like you are doing what you supposed to be doing, you know so oof, wow, this one was intense. I can feel it. But all in all, although it might not feel awesome, it liberates. I definitely feel more liberated now that I let go of false idols, false ideals. Um, you know, I feel liberated because now I'm not expecting anymore for the government or the family, or no, it's up to us, it's up to me. And if I start becoming whole and people around me start becoming whole as well, then we eventually are going to see the change that we want to see. Ooh, all right, and before I leave tonight, I want to pull out a card. And oof, yeah, talking about anything politics, it's like it's kind of devising like the energy. Oof, those are heavy subjects. Wow, I actually got two cards coming out. Perception and vanity. Interesting. um it's all about perspective, you know. If you want to see good things, you will see good things. You know, if you want to see the good side, the bright side of a situation, you can do it. There is always a silver lining or a bright side. Whew. And then we have vanity. We always want more, more, more. And sometimes it's better to not desire so much, you know, and mostly when it comes to material wealth, you know, because we can fall into the trap of doing something that does not go accord with our values. But yeah, it's up to you. It's up to you what you want to perceive. And but if you are strong enough to change the bad into good, to be able to see the good in, to be able to see the light in the dark, or be the light in the dark, then you will be fine. You will be just fine, because you will be living from your heart. And you will feel so happy because you will be living authentically. So I think that the most important thing is for us to be authentic with ourselves and to have boundaries. The world can be divided, and I think it will, and I'm not the only one saying this. The gap, it's starting to be bigger and bigger. So there are gonna be the people who are gonna be very extremely happy and abundant, but there will be the people that will not feel the same way. But it's our choice. Right now, it's our choice. It's in our hands. And that was everything for tonight. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next week. Bye bye.